Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the show I Dream of Jeannie. More specifically about the main character, one of the main characters of the show, that is played by Larry Hagman. Depending on what season of the show you're watching, he was either Captain or Major Anthony Nelson. Now, just a friendly reminder that so many people who consistently watch this channel are not subscribed. It's absolutely free, it does help me out, and I'm trying so hard to get to 100,000 subscribers. We are nearly there, we should get there very, very soon, but I can't do it without your help, so thanks so much. Now, it's not a huge secret that Larry Hagman did have some drama on screen and off screen in regards to the show I Dream of Jeannie. There was so much stuff that he did that I won't mention everything here, but I think, in my opinion, this is the most disgusting and most outrageous thing that any actor has done, at least from this time period. Now, I'm sure maybe someone topped him, but I'm very, very, very surprised when I learned this about him. I'm really interested to see how many of you actually knew this, but let's start talking about him and his dreams of aviation. Now, his absolute love, that is the love of his wife, Mage Hagman, was pretty much his best friend, and they did many things together. One of the things they actually did was to fly together, and they both got their student pilot licenses. That is where you can basically fly by yourself. You can't take any passengers, but you're allowed to fly mostly to almost anywhere you want. But again, the restriction is no passengers. So what they would actually do, they would fly out of the Santa Monica airport in Los Angeles, California, which is actually the airport that I fly out of whenever I fly. And they would fly side by side. That is, they would actually rent not one but two planes, and since they both had their student pilot licenses, they couldn't fly together. They couldn't fly in the same plane, so they would actually fly one behind the other, or they would get really close to each other, wing on wing, and they would quote-unquote fly together, which is pretty cool. Now, I have to mention that on one of these flights, he was by himself in the airplane, and again, he had a lot of anger issues, a lot of difficulty with many people, the producers, the head honchos, the people who had the power at the studio where I Dream of Jeannie was filmed. And one of those days, he was actually flying over the studio, and he had an idea to do something pretty ridiculous. A couple days before, he had some issues with some head honcho on set, and he was really upset. And as he was flying over the studio, he tried to actually do something which he wasn't supposed to do. Now, this is super illegal and not allowed by the Federal Aviation Administration, but he actually opened the door while he was flying over the studio, and he actually urinated outside the aircraft. That is, while he was flying the aircraft, he positioned himself to urinate all over what was known at that time as Columbia Studios. Now, if that isn't as outrageous as you think it is, it gets worse. He didn't account for the wind, which is pretty hilarious because he is a pilot and this is something that we actually do and something that we are supposed to do. So he failed to do this, and unfortunately the spray itself blew right back into him and all over him while he was flying this plane. Now, when I heard about this, I was completely shocked. Larry Hagman did some outrageous things on the set of I Dream of Jeannie. A couple of them I've covered in past videos. If you want me to review and look over more, let me know. This is one thing that I was debating even telling people, but I thought, hey, it's out there, and let me tell you, he himself told us about this when he was alive. So I'm pretty sure that he doesn't mind this idea spreading around, and I don't know if it's comical. I don't know what you guys and gals think about it, but I'd love to read your thoughts down below. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for this support. It means a lot to me. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. Thank you to everyone who supports me and my channel, especially through Patreon, where you could be listed on here. My awesome diamond tier patrons, Gary N, Sydney R, David D, and Ricky. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you back real soon. Links, playlists to my other 1,300 videos could be found in the description.